Alright, welcome back to another episode of The Journey. Today we're doing WrestleMania 40 predictions. I haven't been keeping too up to date with wrestling in general, so I'm kind of a bit out of the know with what's going on. I try to keep tabs with it online, especially the Bloodline storyline. I think that's crazy how mainstream that's gone, and like how mainstream wrestling's kind of gone again. Even like I guess it's not really the little things, but stuff like all these massive NBA teams and Major League Baseball teams, football teams around the world. There was that TikTok trend where it's like, if music is therapy, who's your therapist? And then it like transitions into Roman Reigns theme song. Like, I don't think like wrestling has been like that for a while. Obviously the RKO out of nowhere trend was pretty cool, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people are quite intrigued and invested, especially in Roman Reigns and then Cody finishing his story. So yeah, there's a lot going on. This has been a huge build up to WrestleMania. They're labeling it the biggest WrestleMania of all time or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so let's get into it. I'm keen. Whether I could go a whole year without watching wrestling, but WWE is what I grew up on. WrestleMania, I love it regardless, and I will always watch WrestleMania live. So yeah, the match order, I don't know if I'm reading the matches in correct order. I'm just going off the website at the moment. I don't know, if this has been put into night 1 and 2. I don't know, who cares? Let's get into it. So first up, we have Jade, Bianca, and Naomi versus Damage Control. There's a little description after every match, so that's going to help me. I haven't read this yet. So Naomi decided to take Bayley's side in a feud with Io Sky and the rest of the group. Belair seemed to disagree, but soon followed suit. Jade signed a SmackDown contract and then decided to make a splash by aligning with them. There were rumors of 7 matches. Oh, that's just something different. I think. Yeah, so I did see Jade made like her debut and the contract signing and whatnot. Did she have a match? I don't know. But yeah, I think Jade, Bianca, and Naomi get the win here. Obviously, Jade being fresh on SmackDown, and she is a super. They're all superstars, but Jade getting that sort of introduction. I think those three. I think those three win. Like that is a pretty dominant team. Just looking at it on paper, on laptop. Jade and Bianca and Naomi. Like Naomi, veteran. Bianca, powerhouse. Is just on an absolute tear. One of the best female wrestlers going, and then Jade. Wow, yeah, just once again phenomenal. So I've got those three. Next up, we got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Dirty Dom assisted Escobar in a match against his dad, so Rey recruited Dragon Lee to join the LWO and challenged the duo to a match on this show. Here we are. So now, correct me if I'm wrong, and correct me on anything if I'm wrong with anything, and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are with your predictions and who you think is going to win, or anything, any surprises for WrestleMania. So once again, could be wrong. I believe Carlito was in the ring with Rey Mysterio at the time, and maybe Carlito's had Rey's back, but then Rey announced that Dragon Lee's a surprise opponent. Carlito had a dirty look on his face or something. So I feel like something fishy's there, and I feel like Dominic and Escobar will get the win, whether that's from Carlito turning on him or, just Dom being Dirty Dom. You gotta love him. The Battle of the Usos. The brothers finally meet in a one-on-one match. Yeet versus No Yeet. Jimmy versus Jay. This is pretty sick because obviously the footage is out there. There's documentaries about it. These guys, brothers, been a tag team their whole career, I believe, but their dream was to face each other at WrestleMania, and I don't think there's any better time to do this match than obviously this year, just with the whole Bloodline storyline the past 3 or 4 years. If you'd have done it a year prior, if you had done it 6 years ago, it just wouldn't have had that same feel, I don't think. But this is it. And I got Jay in this one, I think. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty cool match, an emotional match. I think, emotional. I think it will be. I think they'll be able to bring the best out of each other and really draw everyone in. So and to go back to that tag match, Ray and Dragon Lee versus Dominic and Escobar, I saw some negative comments online. Don't sleep on this match. I mean, that's a phenomenal stacked match right there. Like every match is different, but this is your fast-paced lucha, high-flying sort of match. I think it will be anyways. These boys are gonna go, so don't sleep on this match. Then after Jimmy and Jay, you got LA and AJ. They were both having issues with the bloodline, but when Styles came back from injury, he had no allegiances to anyone and ran afoul of Knight. They've been battling it out ever since. So obviously LA, I was sort of watching wrestling when he was getting all that momentum last year, which led to the title shot. And then AJ, when he came back, he was jacked. He's jacked. AJ's had a few WrestleMania moments. Obviously been around for ages. I don't think LA has had a WrestleMania moment, and I think he gets it this year. The big baby face. I think old LA Knight gets up at WrestleMania 40. Next up, Rock and Roman versus Cody and Rollins. This match will headline night 1 and determine the stipulations for Reigns versus Rhodes in the main event of night 2. This is huge. And I'm so torn between this match too. That's good for the fans, unless some people have their opinion, they are 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure on this one. I sort of see Rock and Roman winning night 1. Does Seth turn on Cody? Does Rock turn on Roman? Does Roman turn on The Rock? I doubt it because he's the champion. And in the previously, Roman, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, he does stay loyal to his crew, I think. So Drew could get involved here. Usos could. I think they will save the fireworks for night 2. I think Rock and Roman get up here. And Then we got the United States Championship match, Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Paul has had issues with Kevin Owens for a while now, but Orton came in the picture when Logan Paul cost him the Elimination Chamber match. Now all three will square up for the title. I got Logan winning this one. I don't know how long his reign has been so far, but I think he might have a bit more to go with it. And just what he brings to the table, he's got over 20 million Instagram followers. He's got a huge following on social media. Just what TKO and the whole merger is doing. Logan sort of brings a different sort of crowd to WWE. He can bring new viewers and exposure. So I think Roman gets up on him. I mean, Randy Orton, absolute veteran. He can definitely pull a few tricks out his back pocket to to claim the championship. And then Kevin's a beast. You can't sleep on Kevin. Kevin is, he's put in the time. He's had a few big matches at WrestleMania now, so he's no stranger under the spotlight. But I think Logan continues to be champion. 6-pack ladder match for the tag team championships. We've got Judgment Day versus DIY versus Awesome Truth versus New Day versus A-Town Down Under versus New Catch Republic. Qualifier matches were held to determine the 5 teams to challenge Jamie Priest and Finn Balor in hopes of ending their run as champs, in which should be a wild match, and a wild match it will be. You can't go wrong with a ladder match, people. I think there could be something either funny going on here with Awesome Truth. I believe R-Truth, when he won the qualifying matches, like he sort of fell back on the whoever and got the pin and was like surprised he didn't know what was going on. So I think there's either going to be something funny going on there where Truth somehow wins the championships and is like, oh, what's going on? And he gets his WrestleMania moment. I feel like that's such a repeated term every single year, but it's true. And anyways, then you got A-Town Down Under, obviously with Grayson Waller, fellow Australian. It's hard to root against the Aussies in general. I don't care if they're a bloody 10-1 underdog. You gotta back your home countrymen. So I do think something funny can happen with Awesome Truth, but I'm gonna go with A-Town Down Under. Bring it home, Grayson. That would be sick. Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Zayn won a gauntlet match to separate himself from the rest of the field of challengers for the longest reigning Intercontinental Championship in history. Chad Gable has been coaching him up ever since. I didn't know Chad had been coaching him. I had seen segments between the two. I know the fans have rallied behind Chad. But yeah, Sammy, that ultimate underdog, man. I think people obviously want Chad, but Sammy will get you. Sammy gets you. He is that ultimate underdog. He knows how to just draw you in and root for him. If Gunther wins, man, he's over 600 days now as champion, I think. Phenomenal run. What a beast he is, and I'm not going to say came out of left field because I think everyone knew how good he was, but this is solidified him as just something real special. He does have unfinished business with Chad, I think, but I think Sammy that ultimate underdog, he got that dog in him, Sami Zayn, and I think he gets up. I think Sammy gets up and ends the reign and it becomes champion. It would have been cool if Sammy, I think Sammy was Intercontinental Champion. I think it would have been cool. I mean, not that you can change the past and they knew they were going in this direction, but it would have been cool if Sammy was never an Intercontinental Champion until this moment. Then, he finally won the title. Who cares? I got Sammy. The Women's Championship match with Io Sky and Bayley, longtime partners turned enemies. Bayley chose Sky after winning the Royal Rumble because she caught onto the rest of the Damage Control, making fun of her behind her back. Plain and simple, for some reason, this was one I had Bayley. I was set on, I saw this, I'm like, Bayley's gonna win. So yeah, I got Bayley. Can't sleep on Sky, but I think Bayley gets her moment, her WrestleMania moment. I think Bayley gets her moment though. I don't know if she's had one. Maybe she has. I don't know. I forget. There's so much going on. I tried the horsewomen. They've battled it out. They've all gone their individual ways. They've all had big marquee matches at Mania, but I think Bayley wins this one. The other Women's World Championship match with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Lynch won the Elimination Chamber match and set up a match with... Let me repeat that. Lynch won the Elimination Chamber match and set up a match WWE has long teased. They made it personal recently with Ripley bringing up Lynch's child. I didn't know that. Dirty move, Rhea. But I got Rhea on this one. Before getting into that, this is a huge match too. Rhea has got a lot of attention lately. Becky also doing some mainstream media with a book that's just come out, so there's a lot of talks around these two women. This is going to be another phenomenal match, but Becky's time definitely isn't over, but I think Rhea, she's coming off a huge hometown victory in Australia. And I think this just is another statement in her title run. Gets a big win at Mania, I believe. And yeah, And a fellow Aussie. You can't root against him. Fellow Aussie. Let's go. That's sick. 2 Aussies on the card. That I know. Was there any more? I don't know. But that's cool. Now we got the World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. McIntyre won the Elimination Chamber match to earn this shot and wants to finish a story of his own by winning a major championship at WrestleMania in front of real live fans. They just all don't really like him anymore. I don't get that last sentence because I feel like he's actually quite comedic, even though he is acting like a piece of shit towards people, especially Punk. But yeah, that's fair. Drew did carry WWE on his back during that pandemic era. Then he had the title match with Bobby Lashley in front of fans. I think the first WrestleMania back, first match back in front of an audience. But he didn't pick up the win. It's weird. There's so many directions you can go with this because you have Rollins feuding with Punk, and I would have loved to have seen those two go at it. With that, those two going at it would have been huge. I think I don't know if people have like forgotten or like aren't thinking like I'm thinking, but I believe the way that they could have built it, that could have been on par with a Bloodline storyline. That would have been a huge match. A lot of shit talking. Same goes. Drew has been mocking Punk with his injury. So what, you got Rollins wins, then he will go on to face Punk later on down the year, I reckon. Drew wins, same goes, he'll face Punk eventually. Seth has beaten Drew a few times as of recent though, so it's like, it's tough. It's tough. Rollins has had a solid reign, good champion, but for some reason I'm like 51% reckon Drew's gonna win, 49% Rollins, so I guess Drew is my pick. The WWE Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Rhodes won the Rumble, initially backed off for The Rock, then changed his tune. This may finally be where he finishes his story and ends Roman's long title run. If Rhodes and Rollins win Night 1 main event tag, the Bloodline will be barred from ringside. Oh yeah, sure. If they lose, it will be Bloodline rules, anything goes. Basically, I'll be right. No, I won't. That's about to run out, but I'm not going to be yapping for that long, I don't think. I probably will be yapping. This is tough. This is so cool that this is a huge match, one of the biggest matches of all time. I was going to say as of recent, but of all time in WWE. Roman has just caught that mainstream media. Obviously, The Rock has helped generate a lot of that attention. Cody's got it too. People want to see him finish his story. I think if you can compare it to like Marvel or the Avengers, you know, you had Infinity War last year, then this year's Endgame. There has to be fireworks like in this match. I mean, it could be clean one-on-one, but you know, I reckon there's fireworks. So many people are getting involved. I think the Usos are coming out, Solo's coming out. You got Drew probably coming out. You got Raw. Everyone that's had it, and it's just going to be this huge spectacle. Hey, I actually saw that teaser with Roman and with Stone Cold and John Cena. Maybe Rock comes out, try and gets involved. Stone Cold comes out, they reignite that old rivalry for that one night. Stone Cold takes out The Rock. Cena, who knows? Cena comes in and helps old Cody out. Bit of somewhat a passing of the torch. But with Roman and this mainstream media and how much attention, it's like, do you really want to throw that away? I am going to be yapping for a bit longer, so I'm going to turn that off and restart it. Yeah, so just Roman has had a phenomenal run. And like, if he wins at WrestleMania 30, I'm getting it up now for Bruno's record. Bruno's record is 2,803 days. At number 1. Roman is number 4, 1,300 plus days, with Hulk in front of him by 174 days, Bob Backlund in front of him by like 1,000 days, and then you got Bruno. If Roman wins, like, geez, well, he'll definitely beat Hogan. And then it's like, if he beats Hogan, he's beating Bruno, like, for sure. So it's just like, where do you go with Roman if he loses, you know? Like, he's done so much the past 4 or 5 years. Like, he won't come back to that full-time schedule. Like, does he just come back for marquee matches now? Like, he would be a phenomenal help to all the younger talent and those working their way up the ladder. Cody Rhodes. I saw Matt Riddle say not too long ago on an interview with Ariel Helwani, it's like, if Cody wins, like, that's it. The story's like done. Like, the storyline, it's over. Like, that chase for the championship, which we all love so much, is done. Here's the problem, I feel like if Cody doesn't win, people are going to get fickle. And you don't want that, because Cody, we haven't had a babyface like Cody in a long time. I think Cody wins. And I'm going to finish it there. So, yeah, let me know your predictions in the comments. Let me know what you think of my predictions, if I'm wrong, right. I don't know. Let me know if you came for Mania. I hope you guys are. And like, just for those of you, I'm sure some of you definitely sit back and watch and enjoy. But for those who sort of nitpick, just watch it. I reckon just try and enjoy it. This is going to be a phenomenal show. The people that are wrestling on the show undoubtedly want to give it 100%. So I reckon just sit back, enjoy what everyone's going to do, enjoy the show. And yeah, I'm so keen. I'm so keen for Mania. It's going to be good, I reckon. Yeah, and then after Mania, we'll have another video coming out for the reaction to all the results. We've got some vlogs lined up from back when I was in Japan, and just going to try and pump out a lot more content. And yeah, that's that. Let me know what you think of this style of video. Until next time, enjoy WrestleMania, enjoy your week, and yeah, peace.